All right, let's dive into something that's on pretty much everyone's mind: money. I know, it can feel super complicated, but it really doesn't have to be. Our whole goal here is to just break it all down and give you a simple guide to smart spending starting right now.
So, does this question hit home for you? If you're nodding your head and thinking yes, trust me, you are not alone. Sometimes it feels like personal finance has its own secret language, almost like it's designed to be confusing.
But here's the good news: it's not. The plan today is to untangle that messy knot of confusion and just lay out a clear, simple path. By the end of this, you're gonna have the tools and the confidence to feel like you are totally in control. Okay, first things first. Before you can get smart with your money, you gotta know the tools you're working with. So let's start with the basics. What's actually in your wallet? Let's take a closer look at the stuff you probably use every single day. Okay, this right here is probably the most important difference to get straight. A debit card is super simple. You swipe and the money comes right out of your bank account. It's your money. A credit card, though, that's a whole different story. That's a loan. Every single time you swipe it, you're borrowing the bank's money and you have to pay it back. And this is where the catch is, right? It's called interest. If you don't pay back all the money you borrowed on time, the bank charges you a fee. That fee, interest, is basically the price you pay for the convenience of borrowing their money. So we get the tools, but where does the money that these tools access actually, live? Good organization is absolutely key. So let's talk about giving your money a proper home. Think about it like this: you really need two different homes for your money. Your checking account, that's for right now. It's like the busy front hall of your house. Money for bills, rent, groceries is constantly coming in and going out. But your savings account is totally different. That's for later. It's the quiet, safe room in the back where you put money for your big goals, money you don't plan on touching. Just separating the two is a super simple but really powerful trick. All right, so our money has a place to live, it's all organized, so how do we actually get more of it into that savings account? Well, it really all comes down to building a few smart habits. Let's be real and talk about one of the biggest budget killers out there: impulse buying. You know the feeling. You see something, you get this rush of excitement, and boom, before you've even had a chance to think, you've bought it. Come on, we've all been there. So how do you fight that feeling? Here's a crazy simple but super effective trick: the 24-hour rule. When you see something you want, just force yourself to wait one day. That's it. What happens is you give that emotional rush time to cool down. Then, when you think about it the next day with a clear head, you can honestly ask yourself, do I really truly need this? And you'll be amazed how often the answer is suddenly no. Now, I know the word budget can sound a little scary, a little restrictive, but it's not. Don't think of it as a restriction. Think of it as a roadmap. A budget is just you telling your money where you want it to go, instead of getting to the end of the month and wondering where it all went. And you know what? Tiny changes can make a massive difference. Take this number, $50. That's about what you could save every single month just by making your coffee at home instead of buying it out. Do the math. That's $600 a year from one little change. See? It really adds up. Okay, so far we've covered managing your money and saving it. Now, let's get to the really exciting part: making your money start working for you. I love this analogy because it's just so perfect. Saving is like letting your money take a nap. It's sleeping. It's safe, sure, tucked away in the bank, but it's not really doing much. Investing, though, that's putting your money to work. You're giving it a job to do, and that job is to grow into something much, much bigger over time. And this really sums up the whole thing perfectly. There's a trade-off, right? Saving is your safety net. It's predictable, it's secure. Investing is your growth engine. It definitely comes with risk, meaning the value can go up and down, but it also has the potential for way bigger rewards in the long run. You have to remember that investing is a long-term game. It's not about trying to get rich by next Tuesday. It's more like planting a tiny seed, taking care of it, and giving it years, even decades, to grow into a big, strong tree. Patience is honestly the most important ingredient. So what's the bottom line here? Investing is for your long-term goals, like retirement. You got to be okay with the fact that there will be ups and downs. That's just the nature of risk. But the key thing to remember is that historically, over many years, the trend usually points up. And listen, you don't need a ton of money to get started. Even small amounts invested regularly can grow into something huge. Whew.
Okay, we've covered a lot. We've gone from the cards in your wallet all the way to planting the seeds for your future. But the single most important idea in all of this is about who's actually in charge.
This. This is everything. This is the whole mindset shift. Money isn't some big mysterious force that just happens to you. No way. It's a tool. And it's a tool that you can learn to use, to direct, and to manage. You are the one in the driver's seat.
So I want to leave you with this one question. Your first step doesn't have to be some giant leap. Maybe it's just opening that savings account finally. Maybe it's trying the 24-hour rule on that thing you've been eyeing online. Or maybe it's as simple as deciding you're going to make coffee at home tomorrow. So, what's the one small, smart step you can take today to put yourself in control?